Yeah, I would definitely focus on guard first. The main reason I say guard first is that to understand passing, like you can grab someone off the street who's never trained, bring them into a gym and tell them get around the person's legs, and they'll like half figure it out. It's like, okay, grab the legs, throw the legs to the side, and jump on them, right? So that's kind of intuitive. So everyone can kind of intuitively be okay on top. But if you grab someone off the street and say play from your guard, that makes no sense, right? So to really develop a good understanding of jiu-jitsu, you need to understand the guard well. So even though I prefer passing, honestly, you want to develop a guard first because you understand how guard retention works, you understand how to finish an armbar, a triangle choke. That's like the foundational understanding of jiu-jitsu. And then when you start going into passing, you're going to understand better what the guys are trying to do to you. You'll understand the threats they're doing, the controls they're doing, and then you start learning how to technically dissect those grips, as opposed to kind of building your game more off of like trying to break grips and run away and not really understanding, right? There's a big difference between developing through understanding and like trying to fight, right? Like understanding is trying to actually understand, okay, they put a lasso on me, what can I do in the lasso? And like really focusing on that. A lot of people, they don't focus on like trying to understand what's happening. Instead, they focus on like trying to win. And of course, there's a time for that. I have rounds like maybe 2 times or 3 times a week where I'm fighting, I'm really trying to win hard, and it's like a tournament mode. But a lot of time I'm doing specific sparring, and I'm still sparring hard, but I'm exploring what happens with different moves and different grip patterns to see how it develops and learn, right? Because if you just uh, if you just try to go hard all the time, you're not observing what's happening to you, right? So like if he tries to go for my sleeve, no, I'm not going to let him get the sleeve. He tries to grab my collar, no, I'm going to let it grab my collar, and I'm just going to try to jump from a distance. You're never going to like actually develop an understanding of what's happening. And I want to get to the point that I understand things so well that I can like in a calm, cool manner enter the guard, understand the grips they're doing, and know tactically what I'm doing to counter it. That's the dream. You don't want to have to always be in like war mode to be able to beat someone. My dream is to be able to come into the gym hungover after a fun night out partying with friends and roll with someone, and just like even though they're in amazing shape, I can like tactically dissect everything because I'm in the right position. Think about it this way: if you're like a brown belt and you roll with like a white belt or a blue belt in the gym, even if you're out of shape, usually you don't even get tired because you're so much more knowledgeable than them, right? So I'm always trying to get to a point that I'm so knowledgeable that I can defeat the issues I'm having through understanding, right? Now that may take longer in some ways because you have to really do deep understanding, but it's the only way that's going to scale well. It's the only way that's going to scale well versus someone who's much bigger and stronger than you, and someone who's on performance enhancers. And as you age, when I'm like 40, I want to still be able to do this, and I don't want my whole game to be attribute based, right?